It's like almost waking up to something you have always wanted, something you have always been, something you always wanted to happen, something that was always part of you, something that was always there, something that is an absolutely massive, huge, enormous part of you that was just waiting and waiting and waiting, my gorgeous Virgolinis, for this particular moment in time. The September the 15th, it's not only going to reveal an absolutely remarkable situation to you, but it's also going to show you the way in order to avoid things that you don't want to do, in order to avoid things that don't make you feel happy. And that in itself is just going to mark such an important beginning of a new you, beginning of a new stage, beginning of a new opportunity. But you have to remember to listen to yourself. You have to remember that this is such an important time to open the door and go through them. Such an important time to pay attention to your subconscious mind. And when I say it's an important time to pay attention to your subconscious mind, the big moment is coming, my gorgeous Virgolinis, indeed. And this is why the 15th of September is going to be so important. In particular, the actual 15th of September, it's going to reveal the situation which is just going to make you realize, oh my Lord, I'm just going to do this, because on one hand, you're going to avoid the negativity, you're going to avoid the situation that no longer serves you, you're going to avoid something that it's no longer part of you, it's not longer meant to be there. So karmically, my babies, you're slowly coming to an end with a certain stage of your life, but it's so important to stay true to yourself. This is not a time to, maybe if you're uncertain with something, if you come across the situation which is going to make you feel rather uncertain, it's going to make you doubt certain things, it's going to make you to question yourself. This is an important time because it's at the same time going to mark the new beginning, which is going to be absolutely superb and very relevant when it comes to you, when it comes to this particular time. The actual 15th of September and also 16th of September is going to be just as important, because it's about listening to yourself, staying true to yourself. It's to do with the long process, it's to do with the long journey, but it's also to do with the fact that, at some point in time, over the last couple of years, you haven't been maybe true to yourself, you haven't stayed true to yourself. And this is why this is going to be so important, because it's going to open you, it's going to be refreshing when it comes to you, when it comes to new energy, when it comes to new inspiration, and it's going to open your eyes. You will know that there could have been like a little hidden danger alongside your journey right now, this very moment in time, but it's to do with the continuity, but also to stopping this continuity. And as soon as you do this, it's going to open up complete, like lots of possibilities that you didn't normally have, or that you wouldn't normally have, because you didn't allow yourself to come to this moment in time. And sometimes that happens because it's obviously meant to happen. It's part of our spiritual journey. It's part of who we are, what we do, and the way we focus on things. It helps us to reflect in a certain way, and that on another hand help us to make our own decisions. So sometimes we need to be slowed down throughout our own process in order to get where you are going to get right now, in order to understand and see the things and people and opportunities for what they are, in order to understand them in the best possible way. It's to do with you, it's to do with who you are, it's to do with your own reflection, but it's also completely, oh my Lord, connected to the actual last couple of days of September as well. The 29th and the 30th of September are also going to be directly connected to everything that's been happening on the 15th of September and onwards. But in particular, the actual 15th of September, my gorgeous Virgolinis, my my gorgeous Virgos, you are going to realize how you are going to avoid a little certain danger indeed. A certain like negativity is going to come through someone which is just going to become rather obvious when it comes to kind of people being dishonest, the situations being dishonest, but also at the same time it's about protecting yourself by listening to yourself and by avoiding people and maybe avoiding certain persons and certain people which are having like a rather draining effect on you at the same time. These are all going to be a little signs at the same time that are going to help you to open your eyes, but it's all about the new perspective. It's all about the new beginning. It's about the completion, but it's also about the new beginning that is going to take place. It's all connected to you making an absolutely mind-blowing decision when it comes to your life, and it's going to be like feeling like, oh yeah, it's absolutely time to do this, absolutely time to move on, absolutely time to go towards this direction. But it's going to lead towards a really big, massive, huge, enormous moment which is most certainly going to change your life. It is not something that is just going to happen out of the blue. No baby, no, my gorgeous Virgolini. It's not something that just happened and that will happen out of the blue. This is the part of the long process, part of your spiritual journey, part of your karma, but most importantly you reaching this enormous, huge, massive moment that you are going to have. It's not about you avoid just like a kind of negativity and making the right decision. It's about you doubting something. It's about you contemplating. It's about you being uncertain. But that there somewhere in between the line, you will realize exactly what do you need to do in order to make an absolutely enormous, massive change in your life. It's to do with an abundance. It's to do with a fulfillment. It's to do with a perfection. It's to do with who you are. It's to do with your happiness. It's to do with about you feeling really firm and really brave at the same time. It's to do with your own capacity to do a big, massive change. Because the energy is going to start changing like on the 15th of September and onwards. It's almost like going through this huge spiritual door that you will be going to. And this is your moment, Virgolinis. This is the time for transformation. And this is why there are going to be so many things starting to happen, you know, at the same time. It's going to, yes, it's going to kind of make you feel a little bit emotionally confused. But at the same time, just remember, my gorgeous Virgolinis, that this is going to enhance you. This is going to enhance who you are. This is going to enhance your power. And it's most certainly going to be connected to a bit of a shaky moment, because you're going to have a moment like, what on earth am I doing here? What on earth am I doing? Why on earth I didn't do this? Why on earth I didn't do that? What have I been waiting for such a long time? And this is all part of this huge progress, because it's to do with the fulfillment, with the joy, with the happiness, with you not discovering who you are, not even rediscovering who you are, but it's just allowing yourself to be what you want to be, who you want to be, and most importantly, the path that is going to come out, the path that is about to start manifesting right in front of you. At this moment in time, you know, it's just like not that long ago there was something rather conflicting that you've actually went through when it comes to this moment in time. This is connected to also you trying to express yourself in a certain way, and maybe perhaps somebody wasn't just the right person around to be at that moment in time, and they had a negative influence on you, negative impact on you, and without you even realizing, you kind of changed your mind. But you shouldn't, my babies. You shouldn't. You should have been listening to yourself. But then again, this is the part of this golden, beautiful spiritual process that you wouldn't normally have. So it's all happening the way it's meant to be happening. So now for you, my gorgeous Virgolinis, you just need to remember to listen to yourself, to trust to yourself. When you have a doubting moment, when you are doubting yourself, when you're uncertain, when you're contemplating, you just need to remember, my babies, this is the perspective, brand new perspective about to manifest right in front of you. But it needs to be on you who are going to do this, who are going to to realize this by holding your balance and by staying true to yourself. Whatever comes to you, with another words, my Virgolinis, whatever comes to you, just do it. Whatever you want to do, just do it. However you want to express yourself, just do it. However you want to live your life, just do it. And ignore anybody else around you who is trying to bring you down or push you down, like gently and naughty, very naughty, because sometimes you wouldn't even realize this, that this would affect you in a certain way, and most importantly, it would affect your way of thinking and it would affect your planning as well. So this is why this is so important. It's about the moment that it's going to bring the bravery out of you. Capacity is going to come through and forward, and most certainly, the strength that you didn't even know that you actually have. And this is why this is so important, because it will be connected to you going towards an unknown situation, towards like you rushing into the unknown so quickly and so nicely and so beautifully. And normally you would just be like, no baby, no. Normally you would be like, well, I'm not too sure, where I don't know. Now my babies, it's time finishing for that. I'm not too sure, I don't know, because these are the things that are blocking you, that were blocking you up until moment. And these are the things that took all the keys away in front of these doors that are going to be waiting for you at this moment in time. So that's why it's so important to remember just to trust yourself, because a little imposter, it's also going to be revealed, and you will know exactly what I mean. And that moment in time, that imposter, the energy and karma in between you two is slowly going to start coming to an end. And this is also going to be a really good moment. You see, I need to do this. Sorry, Virgolini. This for you, it's also going to be a remarkable moment indeed, because it's all part of this process. Somebody will go, but then on another hand, somebody even more important is going to really be revealed in your life, in particular when it comes to the actual rejuvenation of the certain relationship. It's going to mark the return of somebody who is going to start returning into your life again. Somebody who maybe walked out at some point, not maybe on purpose or anything like that, not necessarily a lover or something like that. It's more to do with a friendship. It's more to do with an important person who is meant to be in your life, who is meant to be the part of your spiritual journey. The bottom line is the 15th of September, my gorgeous Virgolinis, it's not only going to be marking an important day when it comes to you entering into a whole new dimension, my Lord. The whole new dimension, the whole new direction, the whole new door are going to be open. It is so important when it comes to you being new. It is so important when it comes to you must really understand that I'm not saying that you don't understand, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that you don't understand, but I'm just saying that it's just so important now at this moment in time to listen to yourself. The more you're true and honest with yourself, the more you are open to yourself, the more powerful you are going to be, the more powerful you are going to become. This is all what September is all about when it comes to you, my gorgeous Virgolinis, because this is indeed your months. You are going to start feeling after the 15th of September like the energies are like a kind of draining like really quickly out of you. But then this is a very good moment, and this is also going to be a very good sign at the same time, because if you feel like, when you start feeling like the energy is like a little bit draining, you're like, and you start feeling like a little bit, oh my God, tired quickly, at the same time, just remember that there is a lot on your plate, a lot when it comes to thinking and planning, and without you even realizing, your subconscious mind is going to be like, ooh la la, literally all over the place. And in particular from the 15th of September onwards, just pay attention, my gorgeous babies, pay attention to what's the very first thing on your mind as well every single morning, because you will be guided, you will have important messages, you will have important signs from your spirit guides, from your guardian angels, from a very high dimensions, from all sorts of dimensions indeed, that are very high in so many different levels. So pay attention to what is the very first thing on your mind every single morning from the 15th of September until the end of that month, because you will be pointed, you will be directed, my babies. Pay attention, please. It's so important. You will be directed. by receiving the certain words. These words, as I said before, could be absolutely anything, could be about absolutely anything, but whatever is the first on your mind, you need to pay attention to this, because it's something coming from somewhere really, really sacred. In particular, when something comes to you, like you wake up in the morning and it's like, oh, I really need to do this, you know, and it's a certain problem, you know, certain situation, certain obstacle that arise like 4 months ago, and you've just left it over there, and now this is just going to be reminder, you know, just go for it, because this sign is coming from somewhere else, and it's important, and it's to do with you, with your butterfly moment, and with your transformational moment in time. This is all going to lead towards a homecoming moment, homecoming time, towards the happiness, joy, pleasure, towards you feeling very content indeed, but also at the same time feeling the greatest honor ever, because you are going to do something so important when it comes to your own direction, but most certainly and most importantly when it comes to your own reputation as well. There will be an important support that is going to come forward through someone very significant in your life at the same time when you least expected. Most certainly it's about a new plan from the 15th of September onwards. Pay attention to like what is constantly playing on your mind, and it's to do with new, and it's to do with new plan, but it's also to do with a long process of quite a few years back that you will keep on holding at the back of your mind. You will keep on holding at the back of your mind. Now this is going to jump out like, oh my God, like boo, like that. It's going to jump out in front of you, and it's also going to provide you with an opportunity when it comes to the actual you brushing up on this and realizing this is something I need to do. This is something I'm part of. This is huge extension of me. This is huge part of me. This is something I need to pay attention to. It's time for a change indeed, but also at the same time it's connected to the actual new plan that you are going to have. It's to do with a wish, you know, from before, but then again it's to do with the time that you wanted to attempt this at certain moment in time and maybe didn't work out because the time wasn't right. Okay, my gorgeous Virgolinis, and this is what I want to say to you. It's about a hope, and it's about an amazing confidence that you are going to have at the same time. You know, you will feel like, oh my God, the efforts, the actual efforts to do this and to get there will be quite uncertain. But at the same time, you're going to feel so driven. At the same time, you're going to feel that push, that beautiful, spiritual, significant, powerful, very, very special push. At the same time, that is going to be guiding you like there is no tomorrow. This is to do with your justice. This is to do with the very important proper balance that you are going to have, that is going to come to the actual harmonious moment in time. But it's just about the actual reward, you know. It's about you having sincere desires, you know, which you need to kind of pay attention to at the same time. It's a very, very important that some kind of advice is going to travel to you, and it's going to confirm this to you through some kind of synchronicity that you're going to feel, that you are going to have at the same time. And the synchronicity that you're going to have, it's going to be connected to number 777, or it's at least going to be number 7 and 7. When you see these numbers repeating at the same time, just remember that there is going to be a massive, huge, enormous confirmation that it's going to follow at the same time. And also pay attention to what is on your mind, because kind of remarkable thing, it's actually going to be revealed to you, but it's all going to be connected to this in many different ways. Just remember that the 29th and the 30th of September 2020, it's going to have a remarkable continuation of everything what is happening on the 15th of September, and then on the then on the 27th of the actual November, on the 27th of November, you are going to have an absolutely remarkable moment in time. The 27th of November, you see, it's going to be the actual huge when it comes to the process, when it comes to the progress, when it comes to the whole new stage connected to everything that I said so far. So you see how deep this is, my gorgeous Virgolinis. You see how powerful this is, my gorgeous Virgolinis. And you know what? This is just the beginning, and it's going to be huge. It's going to be massive. It's going to be important, but it's all about you coming to terms with the certain changes that you need to make, and you believing in yourself, you trusting in yourself. And this is all about you. This is all about your journey, and this is all about why you are on this earth. You know, we are all here, and we all have a very special roles on this earth indeed, and the time goes like this, really, really fast, really, really quick. You're 20, you're 30, you're 40, you're 50, you're 60, you're 70, you're 80. Time flies like there is no tomorrow, my Lord. And this is why it's so important to distinguish, our own path. And to do that, in order to do that, we must stay true to ourselves indeed. Okay, my name is Sasha Bonasin and I'm a psychic medium, and this is your monthly horoscope tarot card reading, and it's for you, my gorgeous Virgolini, my gorgeous Virgo, and it's for September 2020. So it's for you, my gorgeous Virgolinis, and it's for September 2020. And I want to say happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Virgolini, Virgolini, Virgolini. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, my gorgeous Virgolinis. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday. This is an important month, and it's going to bring so much. It's going to bring you a surprise. It's going to bring you a difficult situation. It's going to bring you an unexpected situation. But most importantly, it's a quite significant stage which is going to be remarkable when it comes to your own changes, when it comes to making a huge change. But most importantly, even more than that, is the actual confirmation that is going to come through, that is going to come forward when you least expect it, my gorgeous Virgolinis. This is going to be remarkable. Okay, when it comes to the actual number, my gorgeous Virgolinis, when it comes to the actual number, your number is the actual number 6. Now, my gorgeous Virgolinis, you've got number 6. This is remarkable, and you know why? Because it is all about the energy that you are going to have necessary in order to make an absolutely remarkable decision. So this month, number 6 means that you are going to make a remarkable decision, and I'm so happy for this, because at the same time, it's about the actual good news that you are going to have at the same time. This is important to say, because when you hear a good news this month, you see, number 6 is at the same time going to be rather relevant when it comes to the actual timing. Just pay attention, it's going to be huge, because you're also at the same time going to see something, and what you see, it's what you will be. It's going to give you an idea, it's going to give you power, it's going to rejuvenate you in so many different levels. But most importantly, number 6, it's about the actual gain, about the advancement, about a certain expectation which is going to come with an element of surprise. Just remember what I said before. This is about who you are, about your subconscious mind, and about timing, and about you maybe avoiding and maybe slightly going towards the different directions around, because you were uncertain about the efforts that you would need to make, but also there were certain blockages that you had at the time that they were preventing this situation from occurring earlier. It's all going to make sense, my gorgeous Virgolinis, because September and October is going to be just as important, you see. And also it's about the actual desires, you will realize, about the certain desires, how important they are, but they are only going to be realized when you hear an important moment, an important news, when it comes to the actual results of efforts, in particular when it comes to the actual promotion, in particular when it comes to the actual recognition of abilities, and the idea that you're going to have, it's going to be remarkable. It's not only about the idea, but it's about the whole new perspective. It's about the promise. It's about the creativity. It's about the wake-up call at the same time, which is just going to balance you out so beautifully, because it's going to make you feel like, oh my God, something is going to happen, my babies. Something is going to take place, my babies, which is going to give you a bit of a shaky, momenty, and I must say, it's going to happen at the right moment in time when you least expect it. But it's going to open your eyes, and it's going to kind of mark an important moment of the beginning, because of the actual timing. Timing will be very important. On another hand, when it comes to the actual recognition of disabilities and the idea, the 21st of April 2020, it's going to be remarkable. The 21st of April 2021. Sorry, I apologize. The 21st of April 2021. You see how deep this is. My Lord, this is remarkable. And it's because it's your energy of you, of who you are, of your power, of your strength, because it's your birthday. So this is when you're very, very powerful and your energy goes on the whole next level. So this is why there's so many different stages. First I said November, and now I'm seeing it on the 21st of April 2021. This is when something remarkable is going to take place when it comes to that idea. It's so good because it's going to move you away from where you shouldn't be, and it's also connected to some kind of unsatisfied desire. It's also connected to the certain struggle, and all these things, are making pretty much obvious that you are going through certain changes, and this is going to be really remarkable because it's just going to, on one hand, make you realize how powerful you are. But you just need to remember at the same time the number 6 in numerology means that you need to pay attention to your own responsibilities. So it's all about you paying attention to your responsibility through your own creativity. This is a very important thing to say, because that in itself, look, number 6 is like way more powerful number than some people realize, because it's going to bring you 3 huge things, 3 huge changes. And all these 3 changes that you are going to have are going to be connected to responsibility, creativity, and pam pam pam. You see, and number 3 is the new beginning. You see, the beginning of some kind of adventure that you are going to have, and that adventure is going to enhance you. It's going to enhance your power. It's going to enhance your enthusiasm, and it's going to bring you the whole new initiative, in particular when it comes to the new option with unlimited possibilities. And this is why this is important, because it's going to awaken so much in you, awaken so much within you, because it's going to create a moment, the point of obsession, of a healthy obsession, of a good obsession, because it's going to bring you there where you should be, because it's going to enhance you, enhance your power, enhance your energy, and that is going to be everything, because it's most certainly going to, on one hand, like reveal like the certain deception which was causing like a bit of a obscurity. You will realize someone's dishonesty, I'm sorry, but then at the same time it's going to be really good, because you're going to be able to help yourself so much in order to move away from the danger that you could have found yourself in. And this is all marking important stage in your life where you slowly came to a certain completion. And that completion is, when we come to the certain completion, it means that our spiritual journey and our spirit is reaching a very important stage, very important moment. For once, this is your time, this is your birthday, this is when your energy is very superb and it's very enhanced. But then on another hand, it's all about you protecting yourself, from the people, from the situation, from the places that are creating like a bit of a bad influence and negativity, and it's only slowly basically draining your energy away. You see, some kind of like a negativity, it's going to be a little bit obvious here, in particular when it comes to you realizing that you should move away from the certain something that's going to be offered to you, and it's just going to seem like a little bit off, and you just really have to trust yourself, because most certainly by trusting yourself, you're going to be able to basically come to terms with some kind of culmination that is going to take place, which is going to be really good, because it's to do with the actual conclusion and approaching the end of like a really big problem through the actual unexpected event which is going to take place. But this is going to be really, really good, and I'm going to mention that exactly when it's going to happen later on. But most certainly number 6 in numerology means not only 3 major things that are going to take place, but you're also going to have 3 opportunities, and that in itself is brilliant, because it's going to bring you satisfaction. It's going to be connected to the actual unhappy time from before, which is just going to have such a lovely flip-flop moment, and it's going to now now become your time when it comes to the great accomplishment, and also it's going to be connected to very favorable social relationships. So you have to get yourself out there as much as you possibly can if you are able to, and also it's going to bring you joy. It's also going to bring a remarkable devotion as well at the same time, and the pleasure in a daily existence. And this is nothing unusual, because every step of the way that you will be going through this month is going to bring you something new. It's going to bring you something different, something new with an element of surprise, but also with an element of a reminder that, just follow your mind, follow your path. Don't ignore your subconscious mind, because this is all about you discovering yourself through who you really are, but also at the same time to follow your subconscious mind, because something big is going to take place later on down on the line this month in so many different ways. This is all about the actual combination of very, very perfect spirituality and your happiness and doing things right when it comes to you materialistically, by listening to yourself and by staying on your path, staying on your journey, and also making necessary changes in order to get where you want to get. But it's all about the big change you will make later on. Okay, when it comes to your health, my gorgeous Virgolinis, this is also rather important that you need to make sure to pay attention to your actual, the symptoms, basically of cold and flu, and you're gonna need something to boost your immune system. I know I said this hundreds of times, but please trust me, it's about you kind of boosting your energy levels a little bit, but at the same time boosting your immune system. The reason why you're gonna need to boost your energy levels, it's what I mentioned before. It's going to be just a little bit draining from the 15th of September until the end of the month, and that's why I say on one hand this is really good, because you will know that a lot is happening that you may not be aware like this around you, but a lot spiritually it's going to be preparing for you at the same time, and that in itself is draining your energy up to a certain level. So that's why you need something to kind of boost your energy levels, but also at the same time something to boost your immune system. Organic acerola cherry powder, it's what I mentioned before. It's just something that you would need in order to increase vitamin C levels in your body, every single morning if possible. It would be remarkable if you can take a glass of water, 1 little teaspoon of organic acerola cherry powder, which is going to provide you with a whooping amount of vitamin C per serving. Okay, it contains other vitamins, but the vitamin C is superb when it comes to how high it is in this natural product. So if you can take organic acerola cherry powder, which is going to boost your immune system, 1 teaspoon, a little bit of water, and also an iron liquid. Natural iron liquid is a must, so superb to take, perfect to take with the actual vitamin C, because of a natural organic iron liquid, which is what I prefer rather than tablets and nonsense, or natural organic iron liquid. It's going to be absolutely excellent when it comes to your energy levels and boosting your immune system at the same time. But taking natural iron liquid with the actual vitamin C is perfect, because vitamin C is going to at the same time help with absorption. So these two work absolutely perfectly. So to take this every single morning would be remarkable, and it's going to make you feel so much better. On another hand, natural zinc. Please try to take a natural zinc supplement, and also vitamin D. Natural vitamin D, it's also going to play an important role when it comes to boosting your immune system. Of course, you can go outside if you're lucky enough in the sun, but then again, I highly recommend you to get a natural vitamin D if you're not able to be in the sun every single day, because that way you get a vitamin D, of course, as well through the sun. But otherwise, just get a natural vitamin D at the same time. And also, what else I was going to recommend? A natural organic spirulina. Natural organic spirulina is something that I highly recommend. It's going to be important, for many different ways to boost your immune system. It's going to give you the necessary nutrition, but it's also going to make you feel so much better. On another hand, what else I recommend you to take, my gorgeous Virgolinis? It's please, you're going to be quite sensitive when it comes to the actual aluminium. So make sure that you're using natural deodorants without aluminium. It's going to be very important important. And also when it comes to your mouth, when it comes to your gums, they will be quite sensitive as well, which also can be kind of done through the actual immune system if your immune system is slightly lower. But also at the same time, your gums are going to be quite sensitive. So if you can basically just keep on taking that organic castor oil or cherry powder, because the vitamin C and zinc are also going to help you with the gum healing. You see, at the same time, try to avoid toothpaste and mouthwash, what I said before, and I'm going to say it again. Try to avoid toothpaste and mouthwash with fluoride. Try to get natural toothpaste without fluoride, and try to get mouthwash without fluoride, because fluoride, no baby, no, it's not good for you whatsoever. The choice of toothpaste and mouthwash, I would highly recommend something with aloe vera and tea tree indeed, because it's very, very good for you for so many different ways. On another hand, try to drink as much water as you possibly can. It is very important to pay attention to this, because it's going to help you to flush out the toxins out of the system. And it's remarkable when we drink so much water. It's very, very important, you know. And also try to avoid coffee, try to avoid sugar, try to avoid sweets, in particular this month, because your stomach is going to be a little bit sensitive. And if you feel that your stomach is a little bit sensitive, then I highly recommend you also to get like a nice dose of natural B vitamins, which is going to help you with your digestion and an entire digestive system, and a little bit of friendly bacteria like yogurts and things like that. That's also I highly advise. If you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor. You just need to check with your GP. Only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. Excuse me. Sorry. Okay, so now my gorgeous Virgolinis, I can start with the actual 2nd of September. Now, the 2nd of September is going to be very important when it comes to the actual certain departure, when it comes to the certain journey. You know, if you need to make a certain journey in order to do something, please do it. Please go for it, because at the same time, I can see that you're going to have a little bit of doubt, but this is very important for you to understand, because the 2nd of September is going to reveal something, the situation that is going to put a big smile on your face, and you will know that you're going to find yourself, you are about to find yourself on an advanced level. But that in itself is going to require from you to make the second move, to go on the next stage. And that in itself is going to be connected to you making the certain journey, you know. You're going to need to position, you're going to need to kind of like go from one place to another, even if it's, I'm saying this, even if it's like to the, maybe to the nearby forest, or maybe it's to the nearby village, or maybe just like the street next door. It really depends, because something remarkable is going to happen at that time, in particular when it comes to an invitation, when it comes to an important opportunity, you know, that you are going to become aware of, that it's actually soon going to arise. It's about you having the certain approach to the situation that it was about for quite a while, but then again it's going to need your response in a slightly different way. It's about the advancement, but also at the same time it's about a certain request that you're going to become aware of, that you're going to find quite challenging. But Sasha tells you, just go for it, my gorgeous Virgolinis. This is an important moment in time. It's about uncertainty, but it's also about the actual fact that, you know, if you don't jump in the water, you will never learn how to swim. And now, my babies, is about jumping in the water. Don't worry about if the water is murky. It doesn't really matter, because the murky water represent the actual uncertainty, and it's all about you being brave and just going for it and listening to yourself. It's important to listen to yourself, and you will see exactly what I mean. Okay, you know, 2nd of September, it's also going to reveal the actual, you know, an important time when it comes to success, when it comes to you waiting for the certain moment in time, in particular when it comes to material attainment. You will find yourself on an advanced stage, and that in itself is going to be very good when it comes to your well-being. Very good time on the 2nd of September. It's for those who have been suffering from long ailments that you didn't see any improvement. So this is going to be very important time, which is going to bring bring you a really good feeling. But then on another hand, it's about a victory when it comes to difficulties coming slowly to an end, which is going to bring you stability, but also the certain wish it's going to start becoming the reality. But you will know that these are only the beginning stages, and the rest, my gorgeous Virgolinis, it's going to be down to you. Okay, what else I was going to say? Just remember the 2nd of September, it's also be as active. 2nd of September and the 3rd of September, it's all about you being active and staying active and determined. This is so important, because it's about you expressing yourself and you also realizing that there is an important idea here that is going to reveal itself, and then later on it's going to turn into something absolutely ridiculously important. And it's about you, it's about your devotion, and it's also about an important development that is actually going to take place. Okay, the second date that I was going to say that is going to be important is going to be on the 23rd of September, my gorgeous Virgolini. Now, the 23rd of September is just like, yeah, okay, it is going to be very unusual day, because you're going to feel a little bit weird, you're going to feel a little bit strange, you're going to feel a little bit like you know, a little bit different dimension, and that in itself is going to have a certain effect on you. But on another hand, it's about a certain maybe sadness that you're going to feel, maybe certain concern that you are going to feel, and this is going to kind of bring a little bit of unhappiness within you, most certainly when it comes to the actual doubt and suspicion. On one hand, you know, this is going to be confirmed here, but then on another hand, this is going to make you feel like a little bit uncomfortable. But I say that this is brilliant, because this is all part of this process. This is all part of this progress, part of your butterfly moment and part of your transformation. So you will be going up and down, but most certainly as down you go, the much more higher you will go up later on. It will all make sense, and it's going to be connected to the certain chain reaction at the same time. You just need to remember it's about your experience, and also that your experience, you're going to come to like a little bit like a doubting situation here. Again, you're going to be uncertain, and you need to remember that it's about the actual your own experience is the most important. So this is quite powerful time to just keep going and be as expressive as you possibly can, because you're through your own expression, something is going to come out that you're not going to believe it, and this is going to come somewhere from very deep within you, somewhere from your subconscious mind. On one hand, it's going to answer your question, on another hand, it's going to give you the reason to be happy, and then again, you're going to be aware at a certain timing that it's going to surprise you, but it's going to be very important, and you will see exactly what I mean. It's to do with the completion, but it's most certainly to do with the new beginning and the wake-up call at the same time, which is going to bring you focus and perspective that you needed so badly through a very powerful confirmation. And you know, on another hand, you know, this is going to be actually connected to an important person in your life, somebody very special in your life, somebody very important in your life. It's going to appear out of nowhere, and it's going to give you a remarkable advice, and that advice is also going to contain number 17. 17 will be very important when you get this advice from somebody very sincere, somebody very beautiful, somebody very significant, and somebody very powerful in your life in many different ways. You know, that number, it's also not that is going to be connected to an interesting and very powerful advice, and more powerful than you could possibly imagine, but also the number which is going to be connected to the actual time scale at the same time. This is all about the new possibilities. This is going to lead towards new relationships. This is going to lead towards new approaches to old problems, and most importantly, new knowledge. My gorgeous Virgolinis, I highly recommend you to get something like a black onyx. Look at this baby. It's very beautiful. It's very powerful. And it's a crystal that I know that you will need to wear throughout September and throughout October. What black onyx is going to do, it's going to protect you against all sorts of negative energy. It's going to protect you against negative people. It's going to protect you against negative thoughts. It's going to bring you the necessary balance. And that particular balance is going going to be directly responsible for you making the right decisions without being too distracted, because a lot is going to be happening. On one hand, this is going to protect you like, oh my Lord, like there is no tomorrow. But then on another hand, it's going to be remarkable when it comes to your own grounding, remarkable when it comes to your own ability to communicate, and also remarkable when it comes to making decisions. You know, it's an absolutely a must, a little crystal for you to wear, to protect yourself, but also to ground yourself, but also to help you to, you know, with the conversation and energy flow, which you wouldn't normally have. This gorgeous black onyx comes with a sterling silver setting and a sterling silver chain. And to buy this, my gorgeous Virgolinis, the link is in the description below. And also by buying things from my channel, you're also supporting my channel as well. But it's just something that I really think that you will benefit from, like there is no tomorrow. The third important days, bam, bam, bam. Well, I heard there was a secret chord that David played and it pleased the Lord. But you don't really care for music, do ya? Well, it goes like this: the fourth, the fifth, the minor fall and the major lift, the baffled king composing hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Well, your faith was strong, but you needed proof. You saw her bathing on the roof, her beauty and the moonlight overthrew ya. She tied you to her kitchen chair, she broke your throne and she cut your hair, and from your lips she drew the hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. You see, the 29th and 30th, the 29th and the 30th of September, my gorgeous Virgolinis, this is what I was talking about. This is when things are going to start making change, and also someone very special is going to start walking into your life as well. Somebody who you will feel when you meet them like they were there all your life. So someone very special is going to walk into your life. So pay attention, because that person is going to be the special and very, very significant part of your progress later on. And this is just the beginning. The 29th and the 30th of September also are going to bring you very, very powerful spiritual moment, you know, very powerful spiritual moment when it comes to your own self-illumination. I really like this. You see, well, I heard there was a secret chord. You see what I mean, my gorgeous Virgolinis? Well, I heard there was a secret chord that David played and it pleased Virgolin. Okay? You don't really care for music, do ya? So the 29th and the 30th are going to be absolutely remarkable, because it's all about you reaching a very high levels of your own spirituality. Something is going to happen, something is going to take place, and it's just going to be like, my Lord, like Heureka, you know, moment, like a big moment of realization. And that in itself is going to be remarkable, because it's all coming to the actual self-illumination. Very high time these 2 days when it comes to your own self-illumination. What does that mean? That your subconscious mind is going to stretch to a very sacred and very powerful level. Something else, somebody's mask is going to fall at the same time, and that is also going to bring a big smile on your face, because at the same time it's going to bring you confirmation, and that confirmation is going to make you realize that you've got more resources than you possibly need in order to move on with your life. And that in itself is coming from a very high place when it comes comes to your own power, and it's bringing you a significant promise. You just need to remember to keep going by being very creative. At the same time, the self-illumination moment that you're going to have, it's going to penetrate you spiritually very, very deep, and that in itself is going to help you realize what you are in self-denial. You know what I said before, you know how I started these readings, my gorgeous Virgolinis. This is going to have a really big moment when it comes to that, and that self-denial is just going to really double up on absolutely everything that I said so far, and it's going to be directly connected to the actual swift activity, to the sudden progress and movement at the same time, because with your mind you will be able to move mountains, my gorgeous Virgolinis. With your mind you will be able to move more than mountains, and this is exactly how it's going to feel, and this is exactly how powerful your mind is going to be. This is exactly how powerful your self-projection is going to be. Whatever you think about on the 29th and 30th of September, just be as positive as you can, be as optimistic as you can, be as open-minded, more open-minded that you can possibly be, because the more open-minded you are, the more you're going to do, the more you're going to create, the more you're going to manifest, the more you're going to make, the more you're going to start, and the more it's going to begin later on in your life. But this is completely connected to everything that I said so far. It's about the sudden progress of movement. Okay, but then again, a quite powerful decision that you are going to make at the same time. And watch for the message that you're going to receive. The message that you're going to receive is going to make you feel good, but you're not going to think that it's as big as powerful as it possibly is. It's time to be as open-minded as you can, but then again, this is going to be directly connected to your own spirituality. Look at this. This is gorgeous labradorite. I highly suggest you to get gorgeous labradorite crystal. Look at it, how beautiful colors. It always reminds you how beautiful and gorgeous this world is, how mysterious and powerful this world is. It's gorgeous, isn't it? But at the same time, it has got such a wonderful influence and impact on us. In particular, when we are reaching our very high levels of our own spirituality, we are able to understand things from a completely different angle because they come from somewhere else. And it happens when it's the time of our birthday, when our energy is very powerful and very enhanced, and it provides us with abilities that we normally don't have. We do have, but it's very enhanced, and it goes on the next stage, on the next level. The gorgeous labradorite is brilliant when it comes to this moment in time, because it helps you to connect, to reconnect. It helps you to stay balanced, and it helps you to kind of feel things and get things for what they are, without again feeling too influenced by things that you shouldn't feel too influenced by problems and the situation that may arise in life. They drain our energy in a certain way, and then they take our mind towards a certain direction. And labradorite is wonderful because it keeps you, it has got this ability to keep you to be who you are, and to be where you should really be. This is something wonderful to have just next to your bed throughout September and October, but also at the same time in your working areas or wherever you spend the most of the time in the day. I would keep this gorgeous little baby around me. If you would like to get this gorgeous labradorite, the link is in the description below. Of course, I've got this in my store, and I just have to say, by buying things from my channel, you're also, my gorgeous Virgolinis, you're also supporting my channel as well. That's not all, my babies. Listen to this. It's just, oh my God. This is remarkable. The 29th and the 30th of September are also going to bring you the Wheel of Fortune moment. What is going to happen is, this is that message that I said that it's not going to seem so significant. Just pay attention to this, because it's going to be connected to your destiny. It's going to be connected to your fortune. It's going to be connected to an important outcome, which is most certainly going to bring you a conclusion. And you will know, it's what I mentioned before. It's about approaching the end of a problem. And that is going to be connected to an unexpected event. And that is not all, my gorgeous Virgolinis. It's about the time that you really come to terms with an important stage in your life. It's what you had the patience for. And I say what you had patience for, it's what was always in your mind, but you were just kind of going around it. So now the moment of truth is here. Bum, bum, bum. Just pay attention. It's all about the actual certain management. The certain compatibility is most certainly going to be very important, and also above all for you to start making adjustment. at the same time, there is going to be a wonderful person who is going to influence you at the same time. And this in itself is just gonna make you realize that, you know, it's obviously time to move on. But then at the same time, when you see like a little sign, you will see the little sign, you will see something like a little bird, and that bird that you are going to see, it's at the same time going to mark an important beginning of the new progress. And you also need to remember, pay attention to what is on your mind, and that bird is going to also mark a rather interesting stage which is just going to come through, which is going to come forward, and it's going to be connected to the new opportunity. And that opportunity is going to seem like not really interesting, like maybe to start with, but as the time goes by, it's just going to be like a seed that you plant. As the time goes by, from the first time you hear about it, it's going to make more sense and more sense. And this just means that your spirit is growing, your spirit is learning, your spirit is evolving, and this is just the beginning of the whole new process. So pay attention to it. When you see like a little bird, you will know that this little bird, again, we had lots of many little omens when it comes to the little bird so far. It actually could be a little butterfly or a little bird or a little fly, something that is just going to take your attention, something that you will know it's part of your progress, that it's part of your process, that it's part of your dimension, but at the same time it's going to be remarkable, and it's going to give you the sign to pay attention to what you were thinking at around the time. It's all going to be connected, but most importantly, very soon after, you will see and you will be aware of the opportunity. And that opportunity is something that you don't have to necessarily go for it straight away, but just keep it at the back of your mind. In fact, you don't even have to keep it at the back of your mind. It's just going to be keep on popping out and repeating itself at the back of your mind until you realize. And you will realize when the time is right. Just you will see exactly what I mean, my gorgeous Virgolinis here indeed. Now, the first part of September is going to be absolutely superb when it comes to the fear, the effect of the fear of the unknown that you had before, that is going to have a flip-flop moment. And that flip-flop spiritual moment that you're going to have, it's going to make you realize that things are going to start changing from you from the beginning of September straight away. The energy is going to be different. The energy is going to be remarkable. It's going to rejuvenate you in so many different ways, but in particular when it comes to your bravery, you're going to start feeling keen for things and brave in those areas and elements of your life that you just kind of lost confidence a little bit. And that in itself is just going to turn out so nicely for you in particular, because your future planning was affected because of that. So now this is going to be significant when it comes to the future planning, when it comes to the actual powerless. When you thought that you were powerless, you will know like, ooh la la, baby, no, you're not powerless. It's a complete opposite. It's all about you realizing that you're not powerless, and this is where this all is coming from, the bravery that I already had before, that I already mentioned to you before. And it's all about the liberation, which is on another hand allow you to actually ignore the certain resistance to change that it was the kind of created because of this situation. And now it's going to help you to make a decision that something is going to come to an end. But this is all connected to the big decision that I said before, because the bottom line is, out of all this, by the end of the month, you're just going to be confirmed. You're going to have a huge confirmation with yourself that a huge, massive decision is going to take place. Indeed, it's to do with an obstacle that is going to come to an end, but also it's to do with a hope. It's to do with the new beginning. It's to do with the new possibilities, and it's to do with the bright new prospects that are going to be rather bright when it comes to your whole life. You know, things that didn't make sense are now going to start making sense, like, oh my Lord. In particular when it comes to the actual mid-September, you know, this dissatisfaction that was caused by you maybe taking slightly wrong turn. When I say that you took a slightly wrong turn, I only want to say that, you know, it's to do with your subconscious mind, and it's to do with you kind of going around something that you always wanted to do because of the uncertainty. So this is going to become obvious the mid-September, and it's most certainly going to be connected to the certain wish, my baby, certain wish that is slowly going to start coming through, and it's connected to you, it's connected to who you are, it's connected to your emotions, it's connected to your dreams, and it's connected to all that balance that is going to come through forward, and it's most certainly going to bring you security that you wanted for a while, and that in itself is going to enhance your power, and it's also going to help you realize that, you know, this is the time of rejuvenation, but at the same time it's the time of sacrifice. It's to do with your beautiful balance that you are going to start having here, and that balance is also going to help you to avoid certain manipulation. Anybody who tries to manipulate you at around mid-September, you just say ciao ciao baby, bye bye. No, 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 no. Anybody who tries to manipulate you mid-September, my gorgeous Virgolinis, you just basically, you will know that this is the sign to move on from that particular person. And on another hand, you know what else? There where you felt like there was a lack of progress, my lord, and this is from the mid-September towards the end of September, there where you felt that there was a lack of a progress, you're going to have a really nice surprise. And this is to do with an ongoing situation where you felt that there was a lack of the progress, and that in itself is not only going to bring you a really nice surprise and accomplishment and satisfaction, but on top of that, my gorgeous Virgolinis, is going to bring you a wonderful financial opportunity. And that financial opportunity, it's also connected like a confirmation about everything that I said so far, and about that big change that you will do, that is going to take place. You know, it was like a little bit, it was bringing you lots of uncertainty, because you were like, oh no, you were kind of maybe creating a fearful situation to yourself, you know, by being distracted by the uncertainty. So this is why this financial opportunity from the mid-September towards the end of September, it's going to make sense like there is no tomorrow. It's all about the actual delays and lack of motivation that was created, and now this beautiful flip-flop moment, it's also going to bring you inspiration and potential. You see, absolutely remarkable, my gorgeous Virgolinis. I'm sorry. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. This is going to be a big month for you, my gorgeous Virgos. Big month. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. No, it's wonderful, my gorgeous Virgos. It's Virgolinis. It's inspiration and potential. At the end of the month, it's going to be connected to your homecoming time. It's going to be connected to the big change. It's going to be connected to the actual time where you're going to realize, you know, you're going to need to abandon something is slowly going to come to an end, and somebody also around you is going to need your help. Somebody around you at the end of September is going to need your help, and it's important for you to realize who this is. Somebody is going to need a little bit of an emotional help, and you're going to be absolutely the right person to do this, because through this you're also going to have an important and rather significant and surprising learning experience, which is on one hand going to open your eyes, but then on another hand, it's all about the radiance and harmony and activation that you will have, which is most certainly going to be connected to the actual important invocation when it comes to your life. And also, what else I was going to say, it's about the abandonment that you're going to need to make, and also it's to do with the completion. Travel, an important completion is going to take place, and also traveling, it's gonna be very significant at the end of September, my gorgeous Virgolinis. Traveling is going to be very important because it's to do with the completion, and also like you're gonna wonder yes or no, I'm not too sure, yes or no. When it comes to traveling, when it comes to you wondering something at the same time, there's going to be the question that you're gonna have that is going to be arising at the same time when you're going to be thinking about traveling. It's nothing to do with traveling necessarily, but it's just like the question that follows very quickly after. At the end of September, the answer is going to be yes. Just remember that, okay? And also, you know, it's about the contemplation that you're going to have. So pay attention. This is going to be very important. On another hand, at the end of September, also just remember that the synchronicity is going to make sense. You know, synchronicity is going to happen when you kind of see the certain immaturity. You will go through the certain situation, and you're going to realize like a certain immaturity in someone, and that is going to be quite interesting stage at the same same time, because it's going to become quite, it's going to open your eyes, but at the same time, it's synchronicity that you're going to need to pay attention. The synchronicity that it's going to happen at the end of the actual September 2020, it's going to be connected to the repeating numbers. Any numbers that you see in the last week of September, any numbers that are repeating, okay, any numbers literally, just pay attention to, because this is when an important sign is going to come through, an important sign is going to come forward, but it's to do with you realizing something, but something very important when it comes to new possibility, new option that you wouldn't normally realize, but it's to do with a new perspective that is going to come through forward at the same time. But it's just going to really put an end to kind of uncertainties that you had that were blocking you and preventing you to move on with your life. This is why September is going to be so important. Believe me or not, it's going to be huge, and it's going to bring you like a really huge, massive, literally life-changing decision. But this is not just kind of out of the blue. As I said, this is from a long process, and staying true to yourself, staying true to who you are, and just trusting yourself along your journey, because this is when your power is the most enhanced in many different ways, my gorgeous Virgolinis, indeed. Okay, so now I'm just going to basically see what is going to happen with those of you that are actually with those of you that are in relationship. For those of you in relationship, this is great, because you're both going to be connected. Of course, justice, okay? You see this justice? It's all about the balance. It's all about the perfect balance, brilliant balance of something that you both waited. It's going to come forward. And it's not only that. That is going to provide you with a possibility, with an opportunity that you were waiting for such a while. It looks like, one of you weren't too certain about a certain change, certain start, certain beginning. So now, most certainly, an amazing situation is going to arise, which is going to be very positive when it comes to your own relationship, but also on another hand is going to provide you with a life-changing opportunity that you're both, of course, going to benefit from it. You also need to pay attention, because you are going to get a remarkable life-changing advice as a couple from somebody who really knows you, somebody who really loves you, somebody who really gets you, somebody who really understands you. It's going to give you a superb advice, which is only going to confirm things that you both wanted to do. But it looks like that this advice is going to be absolutely mind-blowing, okay, for both of you. Very important. And something is actually going to take place, which is just gonna be absolutely mind-blowing when it comes to Virgolinis in relationship. In particular when it comes to like you will want to do something in order to take your relationship on the next stage, on the next level. But it's a lot to do with sincerity, it's a lot to do with the happiness, it's a lot to do with the joy and devotion and pleasure as well, and sincerity. Very beautiful months when it comes to those of you, my gorgeous Virgolinis, who are in relationships. So now I'm just going to shuffle these cards, and I'm going to see what is going to happen to those of you that are single and ready to mingy. La 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 la. You see, little hermit here, and this is so wonderful, because this is so much to do with you. This is so much to do with who you are, and also at around the end of the month, for those of you who are single, my gorgeous Virgolinis, you're going to make a quite significant decision, and it's really important. At around the time when you make that decision, somebody very powerful, somebody very different, somebody very unusual, somebody very gorgeous, somebody very successful, somebody very smart, somebody very clever, somebody very different, somebody very deep, somebody very spiritual, it's about to enter your life. This is going to be somebody really different, and this is also going to be connected to a certain continuation, and this is also going to be connected to something that makes you really happy, being surrounded perhaps by certain group of people, or surrounded by certain people, because that person is going to be one of them, and this is the first time that you're going to come across this person, and it's also going to make this person is going to make you feel so good, and that other person is going to feel exactly the same. But also at the same time, you will feel like you know this person for a very, very long time. On one hand, this person will seem like a completely different to you, you know, to start with, like, oh my God, this person is so different. But then on the other hand, you will see so many similarities, you know. In 5 minutes after talking to this person, there are going to be so many similarities that you're actually going to see, that is going to blow you away and also swept you off your feet like there is no tomorrow. My gorgeous Virgolini is somebody very special. It's about to enter your life and it's about to rock your world like there is no tomorrow. Okay, you will feel like you knew this person for a very long time, but then on another hand, it's just going to be absolutely remarkable, because you're going to learn so much about yourself, and the other person is also going to learn so much about themselves as well through you, because this, my gorgeous babies, my gorgeous Virgolinis, is going to be a superb, perfect match. Okay, so somebody very special, it's about to enter your world. Okay, my gorgeous Virgolinis, I love every single one of you. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light. Mwah. My gorgeous Virgolinis, I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday, my gorgeous Virgolinis. I love you so much. Mwah. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos, my gorgeous Virgolinis. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Bye.